Hello everyone, and welcome to my documentary about helping people through the snowstorms. I've always loved playing in the snow. I've tried to help people out when it snows for most of my life. I usually try to focus on necessities and people who are stranded out in the storm and really need all the help that they can get, whether it's delivering medicine to them or food and diapers and things they might need in order to survive, or being able to take somebody warm if they're cold, or sometimes even taking them firewood if they need firewood. And I also take people to the doctor and pick them up from the doctor and take them home a lot as well. On May 2nd last year, I started this documentary of trying to make a positive video a day for an entire year. I made a promise to my son that I'd try and help the world any way I can, so I'm on a mission trying to fulfill that promise. This video is just a small section of a mini documentary I'm making about helping people through the snowstorms. And that mini documentary is just a smaller section of my entire page that I've been doing for almost a year now. Feel free to scroll through my page and check it all out. So this video is going to be about the update I made on Facebook. After helping out for 4 days through the snowstorm, my truck had broke down and there was another little storm coming. It was calling for another couple inches, so I was going to just let everybody know that I couldn't make it out into the snowstorm and help people. And I was really feeling kind of guilty and kind of bad because I know that everybody kind of depends on me when I'm out there doing that. And it just made me kind of sad and disappointed in myself. I just wish I was going to be able to help people. And I was just trying to let everybody know that I wasn't going to be able to be out there to help them. And I just, that way people could kind of plan ahead and try and figure something else out. I felt really bad that I wasn't going to be able to help people, and I feel like I let everybody down. But here's the post I made. I'm sorry everyone, I'm not going to be able to help out with this new snowstorm. My truck is broken down, and I've spread myself a little thin right now. It might be a little bit before I get it going. Sorry I'm not going to be able to be there for everyone. So I made that post, and then I just started trying to figure out what was wrong with my truck. There were a lot of things that needed just a little love and maintenance on that I had been neglecting because I'd just been pushing so far. And there were just things I knew I needed to do, and unfortunately in the freezing cold and the snow was when I got lucky enough to be able to just decide to do them. And where the wrecker had dropped my truck, it was in the snow, so I had to keep crawling underneath it. A lot of it was the starter. I think I might have took it on and off 3 times. I took it to O'Reilly's and had it tested. The test at O'Reilly said it was good. And after a couple more times of taking it on and off, I realized that the starter wasn't any good and I needed a new one. And even when I put the new one on, I guess I over-tightened one of the electrical bolts and broke it. But I was able to rig it up enough to where I could at least start the truck and start diagnosing the problems that it had before it wouldn't even start. So there were some electrical issues and stuff that I had to clean up and get good enough to where it would fire up. The batteries were dead. I had to get new batteries. There was just a lot of stuff that were going on with it. But then it would start and just barely idle. And if I tried to give it any gas, it would die and then not want to start again. So there were a plethora of things I was worried about. It wasn't getting fuel, and I was worried it was going to be the H-pop, which on a Ford 7.3, it's about $3,000 to do for somebody else. I don't feel confident enough to do it, and it's one of the big things that tend to go out on a 7.3, and I'm a little worried about it. I might be a bit of a hypochondriac. It's kind of like a hypochondriac except with cars. But just with that one thing, with the H-pop, I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. Everything else I tend to turn the radio up more, I guess. No, I'm just kidding, but you just got to address what you can when you can. And like I said, I've just been pushing myself a little bit, and there's some maintenance that needed done, and I knew it needed done, and that's why I kind of made the post to let everybody know that it was just going to be a little bit. And I'd spread myself out thin through the storm, and I had a very limited budget. I was trying to do everything as cheap as possible because I don't like borrowing money, and I'm like that, and I was just doing all I could to try and fix my truck, and I was staying focused on that and trying to get it back on the road. So there's a lot more to this journey. Feel free to like and subscribe and follow along. Thanks for watching, everyone.